Galt thing. Who's John Galt? Pretty soon everybody's John Galt. And so at a certain point, they can't stop that message. And Ron Paul knows that. He understands that's going forward. But I hope people realize also that he knows what he got into. So now all of us have to really get behind what he's doing 110%.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. For sure.
Now let's talk about something a little more serious. What in Hades, what is that behind you?
Oh, this fella right here?
Yeah.
Well,
that's the Interrupter Maximus.
Who is that? Who is that?
Is that the obnoxious, stuttering hillbilly from Texas?
Oh, my God. It's so funny.
Now, listen, when we connected to you to do this interview, I like the drums, and I like your coat and everything, but this is Big Brother-ish. Looking back at myself, I'm going to be well-behaved, or Big Brother's going to get me. No, before we went live here, you were telling me that your video editor, artist person, Janae, such a talent, actually has that in one of your other music videos.
Well, yeah, we did a video for what she did. She directed it, put it all together. It was for a song called World on Fire, which we aired about a month or two ago. And you were featured in it. So it's our little homage.
Well, I'm a fan of Golden State. I'd already heard some of your music before you guys gave me a CD when you were here last year. And again, I'm a fan of the work Janae's done graphics-wise in the last 3 years. People can see a big difference in the quality of our graphics. And I know she's doing so many other projects.
I recognize your music for the nightly news as well.
That's right. That's right. That was you guys, wasn't it?
That's right.
Well, we had that computer intro that came with the Apple.
Right.
And we were trying to work on getting one ourselves. And everybody's like, hey, I've heard this in other newscasts. You're stealing it. And I'm like, no, everyone uses it. So you guys made us an original one. And again, I just want to thank Golden State for all you've done. And certainly maybe tomorrow night we'll air the World on Fire that you talked about. But I heard a giggle back there. Is Janae there?
Oh, yes. Our little elf. Yes, she is. She's here.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, get on screen right now. Hi.
Hello.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's block out the ugly hillbilly behind you.
Hello.
Hey, what's your view on Ron Paul? Because you know we love him, we care about him. He's a great guy, but now we really know the big guns are coming out against him, and it's going to be painful, I think, to watch the beating he's going to get with a cat or nine tails. But the mainstream media has lost a lot of its credibility, so it may actually backfire on him. What's your view on that?
Well, I mean, I know you've just been seeing him get attacked in these debates, and it's crazy. You get so fired up just watching it because it's just like, it's coming at him. But he's been,
he's been aggressive, and
yeah,
I
since
agree.
like 2008, he's come out of the blocks.
He really has. He's come out of his shell because I think you said this the other day. You were saying somebody was, I think it was the sheriff. You said milk toast. And it was, and it was like, originally Ron Paul was very much like milquetoast,
But he had to,
originally.
he had to play it safe.
But
now
he does. But now he's got so much.
The support is
so much support. Yeah. He can really come out and swing.
Well, I think more than just that, and I think that's right to a certain extent. He is a very humble guy.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And so, but he realizes, in fact, he said on my show last week, he said, well, I do have to get more focused and a little more aggressive because, he's a doctor. He's like a nice little country doctor. But when they really do attack him, though, that is when he gets fired up and goes after him.
Oh, man, that whole Michelle Bachmann thing, that the other day when she was saying that's a dangerous thing anyone could ever say up here on the panel, and it was so ridiculous. And what was so funny is how she kind of faded off, and I stand with the American people. I stand with
She's like, I just want to keep him safe. And again, they're trying to invoke fear, like, give us all your liberties.
I know. It's so ridiculous.
It was so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
He was just like, no. And he actually, turned his body.
I know. And I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, yeah.
It was really good.
And when they were about to not let him respond, he said, no, I get this time. I mean, I've thought for a while he needs to basically, get mad and say, I get 89 seconds, they get 15 to give you packaged establishment answers. It is time for you guys to be fair. And you know what? It's backfiring on you that, he's now being excluded from some debates. They're saying it's so outside the parameters of the Republican Party that he doesn't want to have endless preemptive war. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
It is crazy. But, yeah, you're right. I'm so glad that he is speaking up now and just calling him out on it. Like,
absolutely.
Pointing it out.
Yeah. It's exciting. It's so exciting, you know. And he even said that when he was on Jay Leno the other night. You know, they don't even ask the right questions. The journalists that supposedly ask the questions at the debate, they ask all the wrong questions. You know, it's all right there, but nobody wants to address the questions that you know is so obvious right under your nose. You know, it's so funny. It's funny.
Well, we came in with the music video, and folks on YouTube and other channels out there can go to Golden State at YouTube and get this great video and the other wonderful political videos out to everybody. And it is up to the people for folks to do that. The song is Bombs, the Ron Paul song.
That's right. That's right. And we are we're hoping to get that to #1 on iTunes. That's our whole goal right now, and all the proceeds go to
the Rev Pack,
the Rev Pack,
Super Pack.
That's right.
Oh, and they're also going to be playing a fundraising event January 7th
That's right,
in New Hampshire.
7th,
so if you're in Manchester, New Hampshire, we're going to be playing it. Yeah, visit the website for details on that too.
Yeah.
Oh, and your Megadeth story.
Oh, my Megadeth story. I think, is Janae interviewing me here, or what's going on?
No.
No, you were just saying how it's funny how the circle goes around and around, because you were saying you've opened for Megadeth before, and Dave Mustaine's all politically awake now. That's great.
Yeah, it's just it's so crazy. I was mentioning this last night. We played a show at the House of Blues last night, and we were just talking about. There was a lot of truthers that came out to the show, and we invited them backstage, and we were just talking about certain things, and we were talking about your show, and we were talking about Dave Mustaine and Megadeth, and I said, you know, I actually opened up for Megadeth years and years and years ago with a band called the Din Pedals, and we got to about our 4th song. That's about as far as we got in our set, because if you listen to our music, it's really not the same type of genre.
Yeah, thrash metal.
Yeah, thrash metal. But we got to about our 4th song, and at that point, there's about 7,500 people, and if you've ever been to that Red Rocks Auditorium Arena, it's just this. It goes straight up, and you see just a sea of people. And imagine batteries being thrown at you, apples, and I think the soft drink at the time was called Surge. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah.
But that was coming at us, just coming at us like a big wave of stuff. And my bass player at the time was like headbutting all like batteries off his head and doing soccer kicks with things. And I'm chanting to the audience and like saying, "Oh, you Beavis and Butthead, you don't." And they were like throwing everything towards. They had to rip us off the stage because all of Megadeth's equipment was getting pelted by all this stuff. It was so funny.
Hey, but it's funny how bad stuff like that becomes, you know, some of the funniest stories.
Absolutely. I mean, I love telling that story, you know. And what's crazy is that I'm a fan of Megadeth. I mean, I love Metallica, I love Megadeth, I love those bands.
Well, that just shows that, you know, like you book even great classical up against something else that, you know, that clashes with it. You know, those type of folks are going to get mad. Now, again, it's goldenstateband.com. That's the website. How do we push this to the top of the charts as another political statement? Because they keep telling resistance is futile. We can't beat them. But clearly, look how far we've come. Let's go to the next level. And, of course, your song won't save the world, but all of us trying together will save the world. It's all that effort together. So how do we push this song to #1?
Well, what people can do is they can gift the song. It's as many times as you can download it. If there's download it as many times as you can. I mean, if 10 people, 20,000 people, 100,000 people.
10,000 people download it 20 times.
20 times.
Then it can get to #1, actually. So,
we just want to impact iTunes. I mean, because that's, you know, people are always on the computer and they always see what the hit songs are. And if we can make this a hit song, it's another way of getting Ron Paul into people's faces. I mean, that's how you do it.
Well, that's a great idea. It's an iTunes bomb.
That's it. iTunes bomb, and the song is called Bombs.
Dropping bombs on the New World Order. And you've got some rallies coming up, too.
That's right. We got a rally in New Hampshire, in Manchester, and we're going to be playing there, playing our song acoustically for everybody there. And I think Adam Kokesh is going to be at the show as well.
Yep.
He's speaking. And a couple other performers as well. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. And we're just getting everybody excited, getting everybody into it.
And we've got a graphic up on screen with the phone numbers, all the facts, where you're playing, what's happening in New Hampshire. But also, we've got a photo from you playing acoustically in front of the Tonight Show. And none of the LAPD gave you any evil Americans any problems?
No, actually, I think they were really into it.
No, I mean, that's the good news, is that more and more police, military, well, we've already talked about the fact the media is like, the military doesn't like the fact he doesn't like endless war, and it doesn't like the fact he doesn't want to nuke Iran because we're peaceful and they're not. But, and then you look at the numbers, he's getting more contributions than Obama and all the other Republicans combined in presidential race.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the system doesn't speak for the military. The military, the men and women, they want to fight forever. And if you don't support feeding them into a meat grinder, you hate them. In closing, Janae, any other points you'd like to make?
No, just so you can visit itunesbomb.com if you want to watch the video and download the song. There's a link on there. And visit the website for details on the New Hampshire thing. Facebook it up, too. Facebook/Golden State Band.
What's the easiest place to find? GoldenStateBand.com or the iTunes Bomb one?
You can go right to GoldenStateBand.com.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the video right there on the iTunes link, too.
Yeah, either or will do.
And then, because we had that one on screen, but what's the iTunes Bomb one again?
iTunesBomb.com.
iTunesBomb.com. Hey, that's a good idea. Now you can come up with lots of different bombs.
Yeah, that's what we're
This
thinking.
is a good bomb.
Yeah.
It's bombing upward. It's not bombing. Well, listen, you guys are great. What's coming next? More Ron Paul songs?
Well, we'll see, man. You know, we're going to just be touring around and spreading the word.
All right. Well, James Grundler and crew, thank you so much. And now you can...
Thanks, Alex.
Is that ugly creature behind you always there?
Always. Always.
It's like the anti-Big Brother. We'll put it that way. Thanks a lot, guys, and keep it up.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, that's the type of interview I like to do with some good news. And as long as we're up and moving and taking action, we're still in the game. And we can turn this around if the people awaken. There is an awakening happening, but we need to accelerate that awakening. I want to thank the crew also for their work and all of you that subscribe to prisonplanet.tv. And Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central. The mere fact that we're on air, the mere fact that we were able to build this thanks to your support and spreading the word, shows that liberty is not out of the game, not out of the fight. And so, again, I am extremely honored to be your host, and want to thank you for watching. There's a lot of other stuff to do out there, but the people that watch this show and take action with the information, you are the people that give this country and this world any hope for our future generations. So we'll see you back here tomorrow night.